Switch, play. Hi guys, welcome back to another video, and if this is your first time watching, welcome. This is what we're dealing with right now, but we're gonna suck it up. So today I thought I would just review Emma Chamberlain's new podcast, Stupid Genius. It's called Why Do Onions Make Us Cry? So just by the title of it, it sounds very Emma Chamberlain, that's for sure. So I just want to see what it's like, and I'm gonna just review it for you guys and let you know what I thought about it.
Ramble. Hi, I'm Emma Chamberlain, and this is Stupid Genius, the podcast where I'm stupid, but I'm also a genius. Today we're going to be talking about why onions make us cry. Well, I don't know. I also don't cook, so it's very rare.
Okay, just by those first few seconds, I can tell this is going to be just like her vlogs. Like, if you watch her vlogs, she uses a lot of effects just to like emphasize something. And then she has like all of this like emotions, and like she's very peppy and whatever. So, okay, that's a good start.
Rare that I actually cut onions, but before we get really into it, this is the first episode of the podcast, so I thought I would kind of give you a rundown on how this stuff's gonna work, because you have no idea yet. So I'll help you out here. So every episode, before we get actually started with the fun stuff, we're gonna have a word of the day. After that, we're gonna address the question, the full backbone question of the podcast episode, and I'm gonna get 3 guesses to try and come up with what I think the answer is to the question. Some of them might be right, some of them might be wrong. We'll find out, but I only get 3 guesses. So hopefully my brain pulls through. We'll see. Don't want to embarrass myself. But before we can even start hypothesizing on this real mystery, I mean, it is a mystery. Like, you can ask Einstein why the fuck onions make anyone cry, and he would be like, honestly, not my area of study, and I don't know or care. It's something that, like, I feel like no one really...
This is literally her, like, doing her videos where she would literally just drive around, grab a cup of coffee, and just talk to us in her vlogs. That is literally her podcast. This is what I'm getting from it right now. She's just talking to us, letting us know why the hell onions make us cry. So, alright.
Let's do the word of the day first, because we gotta get that out of the way.
The Stupid Genius word of the day is allium. Allium is the genus the onion is inside. Other plants in the allium family include garlic, scallions, shallots, and leeks. So many tasty odors.
I was about to say, I was like, okay, so basically the whole point of alliums, wait, is that even how you say it? Whatever, close enough, I don't care. The whole point of alliums is that they make your first kiss with whoever the person that you want to date is bad. It just ruins your chances. Like, that's the whole point of this genus. Is that even how you say it? Answer the question. Do I know how yet? No. Is it something I'm going to be adding to my daily vocabulary? I absolutely can't say that. You know what I mean? Because no one would know what I'm talking about. Also, it's not really... It's not...
Alright, let's fast forward.
Beneficial one thing to me. They smell bad. They like...
Okay, so it's definitely not a podcast you want to be listening to around kids. There's a lot of cussing and just saying bad words. So, I guess an adult with a kid wouldn't be listening to a 17-year-old. But then again, I'm 21 and I'm listening to her, so... I don't know.
If I cook, like, it's a stretch, okay? It better be fun, right? And if I'm cooking and now I'm crying, there's nothing in it for me anymore. It's just, you lost me at crying. Like, I have enough issues. I'm a woman with a lot of teenage hormones.
Okay, so it's literally just how she became famous is because she's, like, really relatable to teens. And this is literally what she's saying right now, like how relatable she is to everyone. Like, yeah, I have so many struggles and blah, blah, blah. I'm a teenage girl with hormones, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, like, I like that about her. Like, she's raw, she's honest on her videos. Sometimes she exaggerates a lot, but she's just like, okay, Emma, like, tone it down a little bit. But they're still fun to watch, and it's what makes her, her.
Moving on, let me tell you a story about onions. Let me preface this by saying burritos are my favorite food.
Alright, so basically she's gonna go on about talking about a time she ate a burrito, and she loves burritos, and her burrito orders are always the same. I think it's rice, cheese, and beans or something like that. And then one day she ate a burrito and it was crunchy, and none of her ingredients in her burrito have crunch in it, so it was an onion. That was the whole point. She hates onions now. Since that day she was traumatized. Blah blah blah. Not a fun part to review.
It makes you cry because you're cutting that shit up. You're like, I don't even like this shit. You're like,
oh, okay, so this is her first guess on why onions make her cry. I think she's talking about like, this is like a bullshit answer, and she's like, oh, it's because no one likes onions and you're just sad because you have to cook them.
Like, it fucking smells bad. Like, my husband's not gonna kiss me all night now. Like, I'm fucking, like, might as well be divorced at this fucking point, and I'm allowed to say that because my parents are divorced. So you can't hate on me for being insensitive.
Being a relatable teenager once again. Not that all teenagers have divorced parents. I don't have divorced parents, but you know what I mean.
Right? Like, I know that there's nothing fun about this. I'm about to throw this into my salad, but I know that, like, the repercussions aren't worth it. I know that it's gonna make the next 24 hours painful for everyone around me and my acid reflux. There's nothing fun about this. Maybe I'm the only one that gets acid reflux from things like onions. I don't know. I
don't think she does. I get acid reflux. I'm not supposed to eat onions, actually, so yeah, I think everyone gets something after eating onions. At least I get very gassy. Maybe that's too much information, but yeah, Emma, I agree. Onions are the
moral of the damn story is when you're cutting up an onion, you're not happy about it. It doesn't make you feel good. It's not like you're cutting up like a nice strawberry. Okay, so
those are the sound effects they make when she gets the guess wrong. So yeah, very much like her vlogs, and we're back to the darkness. Okay.
That's rude.
Let's see what her next guess will be.
I was really convinced on this one. I wasn't actually. I have another hypothesis that I actually think might be right, but that one was more just, I had to just get it out there. I wasn't gonna walk out of this room today without expressing the fact that onions suck ass.
Yeah, so basically the first half of this podcast is just her ranting about how much she hates onions or raw onions, and now she's gonna get into the actual part of the podcast, which is really trying to guess why they make you cry.
But here's my next guess.
Let's hear it.
Okay. It kind of reminds me of like if you squeeze a lemon. Who can relate? Okay, when you're squeezing a lemon into your water, right? And lemon juice is acidic. That shit pops into your eye, right?
Okay, I feel like I know where this is going. Oh, eyes? Never mind.
Your ass is gonna look stupid at that business dinner, okay? Because now you're trying to squeeze your lemon into your seltzer water. A little drop of that gets into your eye, and now all of a sudden you're crying, and your boss thinks it's because...
Is she trying to tell me your eyes start crying when you cut onions because the juice is getting in your eyes? I just cut onions like a day or 2 days ago, and that was not it.
Like, you're cutting up your onion, right? And, you know, when you're cutting an onion, there's a lot of force going into this. There's a lot of...
Okay, no, I can't listen to this. That's too dumb for me. Like, there's nothing going into your eyes, like...
So my final guess is that when the onion juice flies into your eye while you're chopping it vigorously, it burns your eye and makes them water.
That is very wrong.
Which makes you cry, or at least you look like you're crying. Are you kidding? I was genuinely convinced. I'm shook right now. I'm actually, this like coming up with the third hypothesis is going to be really upsetting. I love going into my freezer and getting out a Daily Harvest smoothie.
Oh, now she's gonna do an ad, so we can keep that one. Sorry, I need to merge.
You purchase said onion, or you grab said onion, from your fruit bowl. I'm really triggered that I call it a fruit bowl, and like I know onion's not a fruit unless it is. Is an onion a fruit?
Yeah, that's just her thing. Like, she's being exact like her vlog. Like, I can literally imagine her recording this in her car, like, talking to us. This is funny, honestly. But, yeah, she's just being stupid. She's being relatable. I've been saying this for the whole video. But, yeah, let's listen to this.
I don't think it is. It's an allium. And you cut that thing open. And it releases a chemical when you cut it open. No way!
Alright, she got that one right. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I didn't really know what made you cry from an onion, but I just knew it was not because something sprayed into your eye or because you just hate them. Like, yeah. So, alright. I mean, now we learned something, I guess. Let's see what's next, because we still have 9 minutes left of this podcast, and we already did all 3 guesses, so.
Okay, so now that we've had our science fun, this is the time of the show when I like to, you know, we can just wind down together, kind of hang out a little bit, kind of bond a little bit, and I just give you a little life update about, like, whatever's on my mind. So today we're going to be talking about the fact that, bitch, I'm stressed. Okay, this is my second Coachella. I went to Coachella last year. It's gonna be huge.
Alright. I think all the YouTubers are going to Coachella, but I remember watching Emma Chamberlain's video after Coachella last year, and she hated Coachella. Like, she did not have a good time. So this should be interesting to listen to.
It's a huge deal every year. Everyone goes. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, it's not about who's there, it's about who's not there. You know? And that's why I have to be there. Like, I don't know what, I didn't even have fun last year. Like, to be quite honest, like,
there it is.
Last year I started planning my outfits 3 months before. Is that a little, like, because everything sells out before Coachella, I feel like a lot of places, but the fact that I know it makes it okay. Not like, my personality isn't really, well, questionable. I can see what they...
Alright, so basically she's just talking about Coachella, about her outfits for Coachella, and then she keeps trying to be relatable to everyone. My final review on this podcast is that definitely meant for her demographic of, like, young teens, probably girls that are younger than her, and maybe people like me. I don't know, I'm 21 and I honestly enjoy watching her videos. Like, I was like that when I was little. For her first podcast, that was really good. It's basically, as I've been saying for the whole video, it's basically her just being as she is on her vlogs, as she is when she drives around, as she is when she's doing Cooking with Emma. Just talking to us, keeping us updated, and whatever. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of her podcast. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And comment anything you want down below. Bye.